Chess has served as a platform for human strategy, intelligence, and mental toughness, but innovation and technology's appeal have also found a home in this intellectual environment. The tale of the infamous robot chess player scam, which combines cunning, deceit, and a hint of theatrics, is among the most intriguing and deceptive in chess history. The mechanical Turk was a remarkable, fraudulent creation that was first shown to the public in the year 1770 by Wolfgang von Kempelen, a Hungarian inventor, to impress Empress Maria Theresa of Austria. It was claimed that this so-called robot could beat even the most accomplished human chess players. The Turk, also referred to as the automaton chess player, was a life-sized model of a human head and body with gray eyes and a black beard, dressed in turbans and Ottoman robes. When it was at rest, its right arm rested atop a sizable cabinet that was roughly 3.5 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 2.5 feet high. Its left arm was gripping a long Ottoman smoking pipe. A chessboard with each side measuring 18 inches was set atop the cabinet. The first show was held at Vienna, in which the inventor began the performance by showing the inside clockwork of the machine by unlocking the cabinet doors. In order to show the audience that there was nothing hidden inside, he even used a candle to illuminate the mechanism's interior. Then, Kempelen moved to one side of the cabinet and turned a crank. The dummy suddenly came to life and slowly tilted its mechanized head in both directions. The first move of the game was then made as it reached across the board and grabbed a pawn. Kempelen invited several court members to play chess against the mechanical Turk during the initial display of his invention in front of Empress Theresa. Surprisingly, every single one of them lost. Kempelen put the Turk into retirement in 1774, but Joseph II, Maria Theresa's successor, subsequently sparked renewed interest. Kempelen traveled throughout Europe with the automaton for 2 years in 1783, following Joseph's orders. The machine tested its cleverness against some of the best chess masters in the world at its first stop in Paris. Benjamin Franklin, the American envoy to France at the time, was also beaten by it. The Turk then proceeded to make its way through Germany, the Netherlands, and England. After Kempelen's death in 1804, when an intestinal blockage claimed his life, the machine was taken on a European tour by German engineer Johann Moltzel. Later, in 1826, Moltzel was the one who introduced the Turk to America. He brought it to Boston and Philadelphia after impressing audiences in New York, and then he started a lengthy tour of the South. The renowned inventor Charles Babbage, who created the first computer, took part in 2 chess games, but Turk won both of the games that it played. A young Edgar Allan Poe saw one of the Turk's performances in Richmond, Virginia, and wrote an article claiming that the machine was a hoax run by an undercover human operator. He wrote, "It is quite certain that the automaton's operations are regulated by mind and nothing else." Poe was not the first to claim that the Turk was a fraud. Since the scam's inception in the 1780s, critics have produced a number of booklets and attempted to disprove it. Nevertheless, none of them was ever able to adequately clarify how the fraud robot functioned. After keeping the truth about it a secret for more than 65 years, the Turk's deceit began to come apart in 1838 when Moltzel died while traveling by sea from Cuba to the United States. One of his creditors finally bought his chess automaton and sold it to a group of enthusiasts who wanted to discover the real workings of the machine. Under the direction of physician John Kearsley Mitchell, the team eventually displayed the automaton in Philadelphia for several months before donating it to the Chinese Museum of the city. Eventually, the Turk was housed at a museum where, on July 5, 1854, it caught fire. It seemed as though the Turk's mysteries would always stay a mystery. However, the truth eventually came to light when the Turk's last owner's son penned an article a year later. It came out that the Turk was actually operated by a chess master who remained hidden inside the device at all times and wasn't at all automated. There was sufficient space for the operator to sit with his legs spread out beneath a fake floor. The robot chess scam tale is a timeless lesson on the strength of deception and the creative minds of people. It also emphasizes the value of critical thinking and suspicion, particularly in a time when technology is making it harder to distinguish between fact and illusion. It gave a lesson of skepticism to people that always use critical thought when considering new technologies and claims. Make inquiries, look for proof, and use caution when accepting information at face value. Technological history has been filled with both achievements and setbacks. Continuous improvement calls for improving on past errors and learning from them. Scams damage the reputation of genuine technological developments and weaken trust in the chess community. Actual robotic chess players may cause opponents and enthusiasts to lose faith in them, which could hinder innovation and lower player involvement. On the other hand, the Mechanical Turk, as an example of the robot chess player scam, had a lasting impression on the chess community. It enhanced the cultural value of chess, pushed the boundaries of technology, encouraged critical thinking, and questioned assumptions. Even though it was a hoax, its legacy lives on, inspiring us to question the society we live in and to use our imaginations to their full potential. The story of the Mechanical Turk was greatly influenced by the media, from its early development as a technological marvel to its eventual discovery as a cunning fraud. Some great newspapers or magazines, including the New York Times, the Edinburgh Magazine, the Illustrated London News, and Scientific American, covered the Turk scam. Through in-depth analyses, insane theories, and investigative reporting, the media recorded the Turk's journey and influenced public opinion. Public reactions were mixed when the Turk's secret was eventually revealed. The revelation disappointed some people. For many who had believed it to be real, learning that it was a cunning fraud caused a sense of betrayal and damaged their convictions. For some, though, the revelation did not take away the Turk's attraction. Rather, it turned attention away from the machine's powers and toward the creative minds of those who built it. Scam prevention is a complex process. It is important to maintain transparency in the creation and demonstration of robotic chess players. Collaboration between regulatory agencies and technology specialists is necessary to set guidelines and guarantee that claims can be reliably verified. In the coming years, everything seems to be controlled by AI, and so are board games. For this purpose, some precautionary steps should be implemented. AI robot chess players may eventually be used by children that were originally thought to be for adult use. Thus, it is false to assume that people will use AI responsibly. The robotic arm ought to be designed in such a way that it cannot carry out actions that endanger people. Comprehensive testing needs to be mandatory. Most well-designed robotic arm factories must never place an operational robotic arm in a position where anyone may reach it. Usually there should be barriers standing between the two. Also, transparency is the only key to restore trust of people throughout the world. The focus can be shifted from previous frauds to admirable examples of honesty and integrity in technology by showcasing and praising transparent innovations. That's all about how the Turk fooled the world for almost 80 years. In the end, the Mechanical Turk symbolizes more than simply a historical monument. It is an image of the ongoing process of exploration. Do you believe that similar scams could be successfully carried out in today's society? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.